I don't know what I'm doing. This channel, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I know that's the point. It's like a learning experience. But, I got kind of discouraged this week. My last video got like 2 views, and one of them was me to like make sure it was working okay. And that's rough. And I know that that's going to happen. Every single channel has their ups and downs. I'm new. I got like 15 subscribers. Shout out to my new subscribers. You guys are awesome. I know all these videos suck. I know the sound is bad. Everything is bad. So just thank you for taking a chance on a new channel. But yeah, it's so hard not to compare, and I know that comparison is the thief of joy, right? I know it, but I'm still human, and I still, I just saw a new channel the other day, and their second video got like 10,000 views, and I'm like, what? How? Why? Like, why them? Like, I don't get it, Like, did they make a deal with the devil or something, And good for them. I'm trying to be happy for them. They're on their path, I'm on mine, and they're different. It's cool. Like, but just it's discouraging, And I know that's part of the game. I know that's part of it. But it just kind of brought up all these doubts again. Like, am I not likable? Am I terrible at talking? Do I have stupid ideas? Am I not cut out for this? Am I supposed to be doing this? Like, I don't know, and I just, it just kind of got to me, But, I just thought about it, and I kind of sat down and I was like, okay, like, you got to figure out your why, And I know it's so easy to chase views and likes and comments and all that. We all want that kind of same thing with our channels. But I know that can't be the reason to do this, because the odds are not great. Like, I get that. Not everyone is going to make it on YouTube or other platforms. But at the same time, like, when I think about my purpose here on Earth, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just have this vision, this like knowing that I am meant to be not even like on a world stage, but like I'm meant to reach millions of people. Like, I know I'm supposed to use my voice to help and support and encourage and like teach others, because I've gone through a lot in my life. I was dealt some shitty cards, and I feel like I have crawled from the trenches, from the muck and the mud, and made something of my life and gotten pretty far so far. And it's like, if I can do it, then other people can do it. And I want to be there and help them, like use my shortcut, use my hack, use my insight, wisdom, tips, whatever. Like, if I can help one person, like, that makes me really happy, because, like, life sucks. Life is hard. It's just hard for everyone. But it's like, if I can reduce someone's suffering even by like a little bit, then that's cool. Like, that gives me purpose. So again, I don't know how it's supposed to look. Maybe I'm supposed to be like a faceless channel and just talk. Because I do get performance anxiety, just making sure I look okay, and like the lighting and makeup. And, I could just show up like barefaced, but I don't know, just my own insecurity. I don't know. I was kind of like a weird looking kid growing up, and kind of like an ugly duckling. And I was teased and bullied a lot about my appearance. I'm pretty tall for a girl. I'm 5'8", not the super tallest, but throughout all of school, every single one of my classes, I was usually the tallest girl, and taller than a lot of guys too. So like, that was awkward. I wasn't conventionally attractive. Like, when I was growing up, it was the whole like blonde, tan skin, like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Paris Hilton. I wanted so badly to be blonde. Like, I tried like bleaching my hair, and it just turned this like ugly orange bronze color. I hated having dark hair and pale skin. I tried doing the tanning. The tanning beds were huge, and I would just like burn and freckle. It was so annoying. And I mean, knock on wood, now I'm glad I didn't get into the tanning thing, because now we know how bad that is for your skin, and it, it just ages you and you look like shit later on. So thank you, universe, for not letting me tan. I get it now, but still, it was hard. It was always the You know, like the black swan, the black sheep everywhere. Even in my own family, I always never belonged. So, and so yeah, I don't know if that's part of it. Like my wound that wants to be healed is to be seen, but even being seen is scary, you know? Yeah, so I want to be seen, but not perceived. Because being perceived is, I don't know, I don't know. But I also yearn for it. It's weird. It's like this push pull. It's like I want it, but also when I come up here and do it, it's like really scary and I sweat and I overthink and it never comes out right. You know, and of course we're all our worst enemy. You know, I get it. But yeah, it's just hard. I mean, this is really outside my comfort zone. And I know it's what I'm supposed to be doing to some extent. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. You know, maybe I should just do like a Spotify channel and have like faceless videos and just talk and I'll be more comfortable. But I don't know. I feel like I really need to put myself out there, put my face out there, my voice, my thoughts, my ideas, and see what happens. Like, I don't know. Like, it could just be part of the journey to get to where I'm supposed to go. You know, I'm okay with that. I mean, the other thing I'm struggling with too is, you know, to niche or not to niche, to niche or not to niche. I always hated the word niche. It sounds like quiche, and I hate quiche. It is disgusting. Niche sounds cute. It's like a little niche, like a little like a little niche in the wood, you know, a little crevice. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to pick a niche. That sounds so boring. Sorry, I'm ADHD. Like everything I think of that I could do that is more specific, I just know I'll get bored of it in like a month, and I don't want to, you know, pigeonhole myself into something, you know. You know, I just want to talk about all sorts of things, you know, and it be me though, you know, my unique take, my unique voice or insight or perspective on it. Yeah, so I don't want to niche, don't want to snitch, don't want to niche. So what do I do? The other thing I'm kind of struggling with too is like I don't know how to be. You know, like I just kind of realized, you know, my whole thing is, you know, being authentic and just kind of being out there, you know, being sincere and authentic and myself. But it's like I can't not mask. You know, like if I feel like there's eyes on me, if I'm around people, anywhere I go, like it's so automatic now. Like I don't know what it's like to not mask around others anymore. I've kind of lost that, and that kind of saddens me. You know, so in a sense I am still like on for this. But I mean, also I kind of feel like who isn't? You know, even the most authentic YouTuber, I still feel like they wear a different hat in private. Like we all do, right? We all do that. I don't think it's wrong, but I also am like, well, which hat should I wear? You know, should I be like serious Sheila or like funny Sheila or hyper Sheila or like, you know what, you know? And the only constant is I always have resting bitch face. So that's why I named the channel that. Because I'm like, I don't know my niche. I don't know what I want to talk about. I don't want to use my name, you know, and all other things I thought of just sounded really stupid. And I'm like, while I was watching my first couple of videos I made, I'm just like, man, I look so pissed off all the time. So it's like, okay, just embrace that. You know, who cares, right? I feel like everything I do is always wrong somehow. And I think that's the real, like, kind of kicker when you have ADHD and or autism, you're neurodivergent in some way. It's like just trying to be human and fit in is like a full-time job, and like we still don't get it right. You know, like it doesn't even like work, and it's just so frustrating because like I want it to work, I want to fit in, I want all the things that like neurotypical people have, and it just kind of sucks. You know, it's like I feel outcast all the time. I don't know why. You know, I always had a hard time, I like making friends. Like I did have friend groups. It was like me and other oddball people kind of found each other. But yeah, it just sucks. It's like, when is it my turn? You know, like that's kind of the thing right now, is just feeling that, you know, or even like things like, do I script or not script? You know, and I really hate scripting. It makes it feel like so forced and so performative. And I just really hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. But then if I don't script at all and I just kind of free talk, then I just kind of ramble on, and there might be some good bits of wisdom in there, but then it's like 30 minutes long and no one's going to watch that. So it's like, what do I do? So I've been doing like bullet points, to kind of jog my memory. And that's the thing. I have like a shitty memory. Like I'm like squirrel, and I'll if I just kind of ramble and there's some good stuff in there, but then I watch, I was like, oh, fuck, why didn't I say this other thing? Like that would have been so perfect, right? So I've been doing bullet points. But even that feels like a little kind of ruins the rhythm if I have to like pause and look at what I wrote so I remember. It's like, I don't know. Maybe that'll come with time. Maybe that's just time, just repetition. Keep doing these videos no matter how few views they get. It's okay. Just do it. You know? I feel like I got very lucky with my first video because that got like 40 views. I was like, wow. Like I thought I'd get like 3, So I was like, sweet, 40 views. That's so cool. So yeah, again, it's just it's the journey. I have to accept that it is part of the process, and if I don't like it, then I don't have to do it. But I do want it, so the only way out is through, right? And yeah, I just keep coming back to what I do know. Like I do know that I have a voice and I'm supposed to use it. I do know that. I know I want to help people. And all throughout my life, all my friends, they would always come to me with all their issues and their problems, and they'd want advice from me. They called me Oracle Sheila. And I don't let that get to my head, but it's like, okay, like I do know things, because there's that part of me too that's like, who am I to say anything? Who am I to talk? And that's straight from my dad. Like as a kid, I was very like curious about things. Like I loved science and like the arts and how things worked, and I would like study about something and learn all these cool things, and then I would go and like try to share it with like my mom or my dad. My mom didn't care. She was off doing her own thing. But my dad, I'd be talking at him, and I noticed a trend where the more I spoke with authority and had conviction in what I was saying, he would get like very I don't know, it's like he felt like I was arrogant or something, and he would like kind of humble me, like I don't remember what he would say, but just things kind of like how do you know that, or you could be wrong, or like really anything. Like I don't even remember anymore, but it stuck with me though, like that impression of who am I to know anything? Who am I to share anything? Right? So it's just all that shit that comes with us and into adulthood when we try to do, follow our dreams, follow our passion, follow our calling. And I think that is the point though, like that is my particular wounding. And so the remedy then is to go towards that. Do the thing that I feel most ashamed of. And that is being seen, being heard, sharing, having conviction, having passion, knowing things. It's not a crime. People who know less than me, they're out there shouting it from the roof. So why not me? I do know some things. So yeah, I think the real struggle is to not give in to that voice that says that I am not likable, that I am not successful, that I have no authority, that I can't help anyone, that I don't know anything. That voice that says, I'm stupid for even trying. We all have that inner critic, and I'm trying really, really hard not to listen and give in and just stop this whole thing. It was tempting. I was all like, I should just quit now. This is too embarrassing. I know. Keep going, keep going. Don't give up, no matter what. I believe in myself most of the time. And yeah, at the end of the day, I have to reconcile that, I cannot depend on external validation for this. No matter how many likes, how many views I get, it doesn't matter. You know, like again, I was ecstatic over 40 views, and but now it seems like that seems so small, you know, and like I don't want to get to the point where if I do get thousands of views per video and it's like never enough, you know, always want more, always want more. Like I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to be like Mr. Beast, just like chasing millions of views and more millions of dollars. So I'm trying to be grateful for what I have because I do have much. It's just so easy to lose sight of it, especially when you see others in the same kind of basket and they're shooting off into the stratosphere. It's like, oh, I want to go too, you know, feeling like you're left behind. But, you know, I'm here. It's okay. It's just me. I'm just trying this new thing. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Anything can happen. So at the end of the day, I have to, you know, do it for me and trust and know that, like, I'm moving towards what I meant to. Well, that's blind faith, right? There's no guarantee of the outcome. Things aren't looking too great sometimes, but you got to carry on. Keep on carrying on. So I don't know what the point of this video was. I just felt like making it and kind of clarifying what I'm doing here, you know, my struggles. I don't know. I'm trying to be kind of more authentic and honest. You know, I am always honest and authentic, but you know, it's a spectrum. So yeah, I don't know if any of this resonates with you or you have any thoughts about this channel. Any ideas, insight, feedback? Awesome. But yeah, it's definitely been interesting. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.